You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide. Up next on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, it's the Rashid and Jan Show. Following that is Rashid's Cyber Tube. Having a keen eye for Rashid entertainment isn't hard to do, especially when you're here on RVT, where it's Rashid all the time. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT. Hello everybody, this is Rashid. And I want to personally thank you so much for so many YouTube subscribers. And together with the millions of views on my Google page, I think it's safe to say we're well on our way, huh guys? Thanks for making RVT so successful. So I tell you what, you keep doing what you do, and we'll do the same round here. Deal? Deal. So relax. This is RVT, Rashid's Video Tube. Where's Rashid all the time? Oh, what an atmosphere. This RVT Rashid's Video 2 broadcasting is brought to you partly by the Rashid and Jan Show and by delicious, refreshing strawberry milk. Drink an explosion of strawberry flavor in every drop. So like Rashid and Jan say, drink up. You're watching RVT, an international broadcasting station. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. Well, not cider, but just hot chocolate. Deep, rich hot chocolate. Either plain or with marshmallows. An internet's best friend. And with 3 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein, why wouldn't you go for it? All year round is groovy. You said it, Culper. The marshmallows melt to a thick motherly malt as it oozes down your throat. You probably wouldn't stand for just 1 cup. And your imagination, just might get the best of you, if you know what I mean. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. So let your imagination run wild all year round. Available at your nearest grocers or go online. Isabella, Rashid's startling adventurous computer novel created and written by Rashid. A Rashid Greek mythology story narrated by Rashid himself. Now streaming on RVT Rashid's Video 2. Come follow along today. Hey, having spaghetti tonight? A whole lot of vegetables. Sauce just the way you like it. It's the thickest, heartiest sauce ever, made with a whole lot of plump, juicy tomatoes, special seasonings and spices, with that zesty, full-bodied tomato taste. Now you're eating spaghetti. So serve up some Italiano at its best. Now at your local market, or go online at www.italiancooking.org. That's www.italiancooking.org. Oh, I feel so terrible. What's the matter, guy? Oh, you wouldn't understand. Oh, come on, it can't be all that bad. Okay, if I must, Rashid, I'll tell it to you. I have no sweets this year. You have no sweets? Well, that's not good. No, it's not good at all. I want something sugary. I want something delicious. Here's the idea. Try some chocolate bites. Chocolate bites? Yup, chocolate bites. Tiny chocolate bits wrapped up. After dinner or evening leisure. They're great. Chocolate bites. Hey, guy. Yeah? Are you feeling any better? Long as I get my chocolate bites. I know. So, guys, when you're out, pick some up. It's great. You're watching RVT, an international broadcasting station. You're watching RBT, Rashid's Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RBT. You're watching RVT, an international broadcasting station. You're watching RVT! Fun, 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 fun! Hey guys, I'm Rashid the Clown. Well, at least I think I am. But how can I be sure? Let's check the stats. I like to make people laugh, make them smile as well as have a nice time. And I love a variety of colors. So I guess my Rashid's interventions is right. Or is it intuition? Oh well, it all means inventing something, I think. But besides talking about DEA detective stuff, it takes a lot of energy to be a clown. And I get most of it from oranges or orange juice. And about oranges, did you know that orange leaves can be boiled to make orange tea? It's a fact! And try some blood oranges for maximum health. I mean, come on guys, we're talking 47.08 calories per 100 grams, potassium 181 milligrams per 100 grams, zinc 70 per 100 grams, and phosphorus 14 milligrams per 100 grams. So get peeling or drinking. Oh heck, I tell you what, peel yourself a drink. Get it? Peel yourself a drink. Compliments to RVT, I Rashid recommend oranges for maximum health. Now at your local grocers or go online at www.orangejuice.com. That's www.orangejuice.com. See you later, folks. Now that the wait is over and finally we get to experience the Canon R series with all its dynamic features, why stop there? Let's go further to length. Because everyone knows around here RVT loves tech. I mean, just look around. No, over here. Get this. Get this mini wristband voice activated recorder, originally $139.99 for just $99.99. Now in SpyGear Superstore. Or this Dell Olympus WS853, now just $79.99. Or maybe this 12-hour thin voice activated recorder pen, Spy Guide, free shipping for just $119.99. Or this Dell Audio Technica microphone, just $99. And also a Sweetwater Rode, that's Rode NT condenser microphone for just $169. Well, what's wrong?
I want to go online, but I can't get my microphone to work on my stupid computer.
Then get an adapter.
An adapter?
Yeah, a USB port.
USB?
Yup, just take a look. This USB audio adapter, 3.5 millimeter headphone and microphone jack, just $7.85 with free shipping. Or step this way to a Soundbrink USB external stereo PC and Mac sound adapter, just $7.49. Check Newegg.com. So if you love tech as much as we do around RVT, then I suggest you podcast, stream, or whatever with the latest tech. So get started. What makes a memory so special is the fact that it happens only once. And when it's gone, it's gone. But now, thanks to social media, we can hold on to our memories vividly and beautifully. Every day around the world, more than 10 million memories are remembered because of social media. Are our memories any less precious? Take advantage of social media and watch your memories take flight. Business or not, one's productivity and imagination are endless, with endless possibilities. And remember, memories happen only once. Social media, good memories, good life. Look on your social devices. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Rasheed's Mattress Mouse. And I want to help you guys get a good night's rest. Take a look.
My back.
Oh. Why should you guys suffer with stiff back, aching joints, and so on from a worn out mattress? There are hundreds of affordable mattress dealers in your area, and all is needed is you. Reliable mattresses that fit your comfort level. Spring design, style, chic, and firm. Thank you, Rasheed Mattress Mouse. Anytime. An RVT ad is worth two in a home. And speaking of ads, don't forget about this one. And size your bedding up for comfort. A new mattress and a good night's rest awaits you. Just go to www.mattress.com. That's www.mattress.com. Anyway!
You're watching RVT, Rasheed's Teletube, serving nations worldwide.
It's India's IT Institute, India's leading computer institute. Over 150 centers across India. Call 91229-98333. That's 91229-98333. Or just go to www.indiacomputerclass.com. That's www.indiacomputerclass.com. It's India's IT Institute. Call now. You're watching RVT, an international broadcasting station. Your adventure starts here. Luggage from top names over 65% off. Just surf over to www.luggage.com. That's www.luggage.com. And now, enjoy the show. If you really take notice, everybody has that problem. And you don't really notice the problem until until you're going through it. That's when you notice the problem. That's when you see, oh, we on the air? We on the air? Oh, okay. Oh, alright, we're talking later. Yeah. Welcome everybody to RVT. This is RVT Rashid's video too. In conjunction with JC Rashid Music Jukebox Center. And I am Rashid the Hardman, coming on live on social media, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms for all it's worth. Speaking of for all it's worth, the reason why I say that because this is a brand new show that I'm trying out here, and I found a home for this background story right here that we're looking at. I found a home for this this thing right here. Because I like having this on the background. I just like it. I think it gives my videos more like a cinematic feel. It gives it makes me feel more dramatic. It makes me feel more happy. It makes me feel more just good. It makes me feel good to have this on the background. So y'all listening to. I think I found a home for it. It's going to be on this show right here. This show right here is an interesting one because it's unlike any other show that we have on RVT. And what we're going to be doing on here is recapping shows on RVT and how do I feel about them and how we may feel about them around here. Getting into the debate. I'm not going to necessarily say that we're going to be rating or criticizing our shows like movie critics, but we're going to be discussing some RVT shows that we got going on. Okay, and talking about how we feel about the concept of them. And I hope you guys have the time to sit in with us. Now, a lot of these topics that we'll be discussing, you will not know what they are. You will not understand any of the discussions that we are, and for that I apologize because this is an independent network. Rashid's Video to RVT is independent. That means that we do things the Rashid way and without reliance on other outside influences. So I hope you understand that, and the topics we'll be discussing will be isolated to Rashid RVT content only. And if you feel as though it's not in your nature or good taste, then I bid you farewell, and hopefully we can post something later on for you to enjoy in the future. But without further delay, this is Rashid's. What do we decide to call this? Where the notes at? We have Rashid's Table Talk. Rashid's Table Talk. RVT's Table. Rashid's RVT. Y'all looking at something up there? That's what it's called. So we're gonna name it after we finish doing this. I do things backwards. You know, it's a genius thing. You do things backwards. I make these videos and I name all the shit when I finish making them. I just do everything backwards, dude. So we're gonna focus on two words right now because these two words are identifying who we are as creators I'm not putting when I say as creators, I don't mean as YouTube social media creators like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean that, because they don't put me with them. So it's obvious that, that you're seeing that we're independent. So I'm not, when I say creators, I'm not talking about social media and all of that. It's only fitting. I'm only being fair. I mean, Jesus. How you gonna say somebody your friend and they themselves did never say that you're friends with them? How you gonna sit back and say this is my friend, and that person will turn around and say I never said you was my friend? But it'll be like that if I say us creators. It don't make sense. Nobody don't give a fuck about us around here. I'm just being real with shit. I'm being real with shit. They don't give a fuck about me, dude. So everybody who say us creators and all of that are the ones that's in the in crowd on social media. And that's not around here. So I'm not going to say that. When I say us creators, I mean in the world of art all around the planet Earth. This is an international station. Not only America is listening to this, all around the world is listening to me right now. So this is international. So it's not, and there's a lot of other mediums other than YouTube. So, YouTube creators and stuff. It's just, we are creators of art, period. These two words identify us, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The two words that I'm bringing out right now anyway, it's damaged goods. Now, what do we classify as damaged goods? Damaged goods. In my opinion, sweetheart, damaged goods is anybody who creates things of their own willingness. I'll explain. There's two kinds of art creators in the world. It's the kind of art creators who create things that people identify with in this prominent today in society. And they call them art creators, because they're creating things that's familiar, that people are familiar with. Then it's Rashid's kind of art creator, who create things that people don't know what it is, but we carry on with whatever it is, and make it real. You know what I mean? Like, if I just say, for instance, I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, I come up with this character of a fish. A swordfish in particular. They classify as tropical fish, swordfishes. So, swordfish. So, I name him Benny. And I say, Benny the swordfish. And I make this whole comic strip on Benny the swordfish. Now, I created that. But the people that's looking don't know anything about. But I still an artist. I'm the artist who created that. So likewise, some artists create things that people, they stick in that ball range of satisfying people of what they're familiar with. Then there's my kind of creator who go about things that people don't have any idea what the hell it is. So it's just two kinds. It's two kinds. Damaged goods. Those words fit only to Rashid's kind of creation, to Rashid's kind of art, to Rashid's kind of content. We label as damaged goods. The people who create, the artists that create things for other artists that's prominent, this ordinary that people can relate to, are not damaged goods. That's why they have a huge audience and they have a huge following, and people like these guys, and they say, okay, we're creators. Now they're the ones on social media basically. But then you have my kind of art creators who just do things, and we're labeled as damaged goods. Now why are we labeled as damaged goods? Because we're labeled crazy people. Why are you coming off with these cartoons or stuff on your channel, on your station, and nobody ever heard of them before, and they're the most obscure things. I mean, they're ridiculous. And that's the way they look at us. They look at us like we're damaged good, like we're. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, do we like being classified as these damaged goods? How do we feel being labeled as the damaged good, in the damaged good category? How do we feel about that? I feel great about it. It's a harder struggle because we don't have the strength, the popularity. We don't have the backing of what's prominent, of what's normal, as far as the satisfaction of the youth, or even people that's interested in animation art or whatever field of art that you're situated in. We don't have the backing of the proper criticism of our art. We just label as somebody that's just crazy because nobody ever heard of the things we do. So with that in mind, I tell you why I like it. I'll tell you why. Because in my opinion, it gives me the freedom to be more creative. Because when you have a lot of criticism around your material, you tend to shun a lot of ideas that come up into your head of fear of what people might say about them. So I feel as though that being this way is better. Being this way is better, and is more peaceful. I don't have to worry about, doing something and happening, yeah, exactly, turning around and saying, okay, now they're about to say something about this or that. When they're not saying anything about you, it gives you more. It's more peaceful. Everything is more peaceable, and you're able to branch out more and be relaxed with your content. So I think we have the advantage of that. Rashid Katirs, we have the advantage of that. But getting back to the method of the Rashid Network shows, RVT shows, one in particular that we're getting into is Dragonfly. That's a good name also, when you really think about it. Hey, check it out, Dragonfly. I think fly is more like the insect, but I don't think it's called I don't know if that's an insect. In my opinion, that's more superior than an insect. The way it navigates in the sky. Talking about the dragonfly itself, it navigates like amazingly, that I think is more superior than an insect. Well, it controls altitudes and everything. It goes side by side and up and down. Like the hummingbird is like that. The way it navigates is truly amazing to look at. Because man has yet to build a machine that can do that. They say UFOs, they say UFOs can do that. They can go up, down, side to side, So the dragonfly is very versatile. Plus, the dragonfly is a representation in my military, in my cult that I have. It's that we use. So maybe that's the reason that I felt accustomed to naming this dragonfly. Maybe that's the reason. But getting back to Rashid content and the shows that I produce on here, I feel very obligated in a way of bringing us good content that we can really relate to. That's of yesteryear. That's not like permeate today. Like you can't really go nowhere today and find the content that we produce. You just can't. You used to. A long time ago. A very, very long time ago, you was able to venture out and turn on the ordinary channel and come across some kind of Rashid content that's familiar you know, but you can't do it no more, and that's what makes me happy. It makes me happy. It makes me thankful that I was a tube head. I was a television head when I was younger, so I'm able to emulate the way shows used to be, the way the station used to be, and that makes me kind of happy. That makes me very happy. Not kind of, that makes me very happy. We was talking about it. Well, we was talking about a discussion how upset I was, also, and my people agreed with me. And I'm gonna drop something on you because of what they agree on, and that is the fact how upset I am because I don't have the opportunity to be adult in the world today because everything is so fucked up. Now, the average person wouldn't really understand what I mean when I say that the world is screwed up. But it's screwed up bad. Nothing is the way that it used to be. And surprisingly, no one have any answers to why things are like this. And I'm robbed. I feel robbed of my adulthood. Because when I look at the 1960s, 1950s, primarily the 1960s and 1970s, of the adults that was walking around back then. You know, they could walk out, they could be middle-aged and deal with normal people that was in the right frame of mind. Now, the world always been bad, so when I say that, I think you know what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to touch base with right here. The world was in a certain frame of mind, and you walked around as middle-aged. And you know what it feels like to be a full-grown adult and be in a normal society. And I feel resentment because I will never feel like I'm robbed. Because now I'm middle-aged and the world is fucking screwed up the way it is. You see the point now? So I feel robbed, I feel cheated, I feel stripped. The only good thing about it is I'm able to create more content that's dark, reflecting how I feel about things, which I really appreciate. I don't know if we should be thankful because of this situation that we're able to create or what have you, but sometimes your art ability gets turned on under the most excruciating circumstances, is what I'm trying to say. Under the right pressure, a person probably could sing their ass off and they really don't know how to sing. Say a person that don't know how to sing, a person that don't know how to sing, and they get really drunk at a party. And actually, they belt out a tune or a voice. And they say, wow, I didn't know I could do that. Under the right pressure, circumstance, you don't know what you can do. So the situation we at right now in the world, I feel thankful that I could go about creating. So that makes me happy. It does. It makes me happy. We're looked at in a certain way because we create these things that people can't, it's hard to relate to. Dragonfly is, let me see here. My microphone I'm having issues, so just bear with me, guys. I'm having mad issues. Look at all this fucking shit. So, what makes Dragonfly so unique, in my opinion, is that everybody would like to be somebody who would get revenge at that right time. Like, it's not like Tiffany or why Private Eye, who's like a police officer woman. Yeah. She goes with, she does her fucking shit on the side. She does shit her way. And I'm a dad that helps her out. And I'm like a crystal ball that follows her around. In this new age world order that took over the whole planet Earth because of tech. Which makes this a very unique animation, in my opinion. There's no Rashi Cybertooth. Calling a spade isn't hard to do, and that's why Rashi Cybertooth exists, because we're viewing this content on an avenue that a lot of people can't really handle because of the fact that it's cyber. Yeah, and it's different from the VCR that we had, or the Betamax, the DVD, or we had the other one also that you could record. Like, it was like a VCR, but you could record shows on DVR, digital. No, but a DVR that's a digital voice recorder. We have that, but it was another. Yeah, I can't remember but you could record shows off. It was very short last. It was very short last, but a lot of people was catching on to that. Then quickly something came up and knocked it right, a DVR or something like that. I knew when Wade Cable was here, and they had On Demand on Wade Cable, they had a whole system in back of the Wade Cable, the Comcast cable, not the Comcast, that you could watch these old shows that you can. So I knew something was going on in the tech area for them to have that, because it was like a whole new. And then when I turned on Comcast, I found myself going there. Before going anywhere on Comcast, I run there and see what old shows they had up, or you know, just you can record shows, all kind of things. So I knew tech was changing when Comcast did that. I think it was On Demand. So. So I wanted this show to be Rashi's Table Talk, where we just talk about the content on RVT. I found myself getting pissed off on Dragonfly. I found myself getting pissed off when I'm creating that a little bit. Especially burning up those street thugs and shit. Because I watch the news all the time, and it got to me. It just got to me how all of these robbers and they not catching nobody. Yeah, then when you catch them, all they do is put them behind bars and feed them and give them a good place to sleep. But what if they caught that shit? Because they taking out people's lives. What if they caught it the way they giving it? You know what I'm saying? There's no more martial law and all. But I'm just saying, and that's why that Dragonfly really got me in that part when he burned up them motherfuckers. It was like, man, that was it. That was like good to the last drop type shit. That was giving it just the way they give it, you know. And the episode of Dragonfly should be up on Sunday or Monday. Should be up Sunday or Monday. Maybe Tuesday, but most likely Monday, if not Sunday. I'm gonna try to have this every week, this Dragonfly thing. I want to stretch the limits of animation on RVT. I want to stretch the limits of it. I want to see not like how far I can get, but I want to see where my imagination takes me when creating this content, where it takes me, these stories that I write and produce. What will be the outcome of it? Like, how deep can I go in this dark genre of animation on RVT? How deep can we go? You know, without being too sophisticated in dialogue, without having like a lot of mystery guessing while you're watching the shows that I produce. I don't really tend to do that or to create that in the content, because I find as though some shows today that you watch is like this is very complicated to understand, and maybe the writers want their shows like that. I don't want my shows like that. I don't want it complicated. I don't want to throw in, okay, let me try to feel like if I'm watching like Star Wars, or you know, there's a lot of complications there to understand what's going on. So I try to keep it simple. But it makes the show more sophisticated when it's like that. I understand it, but I try to avoid that. So everybody get heaping helping of entertainment is Rashid's satisfaction. Keeping still on a grid level. You know. Basically the ideas come from my childhood and what I've been through, and just creating things out of my head. It's a mixture of all of them. I can't pinpoint one. You don't ask an artist how did he do what he do. He just do it. It felt so damn good to see that, you know. Those guys get their ass whooped like that. It was just... Even if it's from a dragon guy, a strange dragon guy situation where his kingdom was under siege. It's not a fairy tale. That's the thing, sweetie. It's not a fairy tale. It's not like it's some kind of fairy tale. Like, okay, everything will be alright if you take on this great responsibility. Great power equals great responsibility. It's not nothing like, it's not like a, I ain't gonna say a fable, but it's not like, you know, more like a story. I feel for the sucker. I called him a sucker. I did. Because in a way he is. Because in a way he is. Because the reason why I say that, because if he'd have minded his business in the first place and stuck to his blacksmith job, but if he'd done it, he would have got killed. Because Nicodemus, which is the pit of fire, said you could have stayed, but you would have lost your life, because today is 2018 outside. So all of that shit is gone. You can't go to UK and find that. No man evil, unless you go to like a Renaissance fair. So they still lost. So he did the right thing. He did the right thing.
What's your name, child? My name is Alice.
So he come across this pit, and his strange voice say, "Okay, you came to destroy us. I tell you what, we'll leave your village alone. We'll leave your village alone. Only if you can answer these questions. Only if you can get this test right. Which one of these diamonds equal death?" It was. He chose wrong. The diamonds disappear, and now he spent all that time doing that. All the centuries pass by. All the time he's doing it, all the centuries go by. The centuries go by. Now he's in another time era, and he said that all that we did took place in just a few minutes. He said no. Nicodemus said no. It didn't take place in a few minutes. Your time is different from our time. We're dragons. You know how long it takes for a baby dragon to go to grow up to be a full-blown dragon? Does anybody know? Godzilla's not a dragon, but he had Godzuki. And I don't think Godzuki ever grew up. But Godzilla is kind of like a dragon figure without wings. But those kind of reptilian flying creatures, times are different from us. That's why they say the dinosaurs roamed the earth and they got freezed over by this ice age or whatever. For billions of years, and they finding fossils and all of these things all around. They finding fossils and all. And they don't know really, they can't pinpoint what really killed off the dinosaurs. They can't really pinpoint what really did it. It's hard for them to pinpoint. So the time was different. So Rashid was like, well, go back to your exactly where you used to work. For instance, I had an old neighborhood where I grew up at. It was the projects in North Philly. That whole area is destroyed. It's all recreated, but I still can go back there. You still know the way of going back there. You know, so that's what Rashid did. He went back there and found out it was a pizza store where his blacksmith job was, and this shocked him. He was like, what the fuck, what the hell is... So for some strange reason, he played, well, yeah, I will, that's what I'm saying, I would be, you know, anybody would be like, what the fuck, if they go back to, like, if the old neighborhood just got recreated in a certain way, they'll be surprised to go back there and say, well, this used to be. And even today, if you travel with somebody like your grandfather, your grandmother into an old neighborhood, they will start going off. You will see a different person. They'll say, that's where the pizza store used to be, or that's where the such and such used to be. So that's what Rashid went through when he went that way. And so he was like shocked. Imagine you happen to have to communicate with the situation. You can imagine how shocked he was. He had to, you know, communicate with it. Deal with it. And that was the shocker of them all. He had to deal with it. Not just go back there like driving by like you'll do your grandmother, grandfather. He had to deal with this shit. Then he met a newsy girl, Dee Dee, who was newsy. And you meet girls like that. You don't. I don't. I don't know how many of you guys. I know plenty of Dee Dees in my life. Plenty. And that's why it was easy for me to come up with that character right there. How she was being music. I was always the odd person in the bunch anyway. I was always the sore thumb. It stuck out. So it was easy for me to come up with her character, somebody being zealous like she is and curious about things that just, if something just don't seem right. So it's easy for me to create that character. But little do she know, yeah, she getting herself involved in something that Rashid himself don't even fucking know what's really going on, So she gonna have to understand that, and that's if she believe in 100%. Yeah. So you have all of these ifs, ands, or maybes going on in the story here of this Dragonfly. You have all of these ifs, ands, or maybes. Unlike Isabella, who's in a different surrounding. Now this is straight medieval. I'm her father in this, and what sets this different from Dragonfly is the fact that it's still in the same time era, but of course what says it is that it has medieval flavor. It has that Ukraine taste, but it's not Dragonfly. It's a different setting. It's my daughter, and she is secretly a princess, and on the way of finding out all of this information and have her best friend with her. So it's a different kind of setting. Then I have another show. Yeah, that's how I'm about to say, Rashid the Red Sorcerer. I have that also. So it's always in this era of medieval times around with some of these shows that we're talking about now. There's always these things that's going to come up in this discussion that we're discussing. Isabella is another one, and she has a friend, Angelina, who's very, very submissive to Isabella, a very devoted friend. If she's the type, okay, Isabella's playing the harp, learning how to play the harp. Okay, I want to be there when you practice. Because I had a friend like that. I had a friend like that. So it made the situation, the story more understandable if you have friends like that who want to just stick around you. Okay, you doing that now? Okay, let me be around. That's what kind of girl she is. And that's a story. It's not like an animation like Dragonfly. So that sets that different. But one thing about this story is that it gets really, really dark. Whether you know it or not, it gets really dark. Because we are talking, this girl's finding out that she's a princess and she's going through things that's putting her at odds not only with her mother and family, but with other villagers that's around. It's putting her at odds with them. And she's by herself got to figure them out, because if you notice, anytime you try to reach a goal, you have to reach those goals yourself. There's nobody really there that can help you. It ain't no like Luke Skywalker and Yoda, every fucking thing do. And you ain't gonna have a Yoda. Some things you gotta figure out on your own. And in movies, in medieval, basically, they have to figure out things on their own. Not science fiction. Science fiction, you notice they always had a helper. You always got a helper somewhere mentoring you. But something like this, you got to figure out on your own. When you think of Clash of the Titans, you think of Sword and the Sorcerer. Yes, exactly. You think of Jason and the Argonauts. which these shows I still view.
What did they do?
So Isabella, and then she has the teacher who not really taught Isabella, but who's a good friend of Isabella. Who's a good friend, and she's a good, like, mentor. And then Isabella could go to her if she got problems, or the like, can go to her. And I have her name, I have my notes right here. I have to really sharpen up on this. Let me see here. And she's like a really good friend of Isabella. Not just a teacher. Not just a teacher. She's a good friend also. She follows Demeter, which is a goddess. Demeter, which is the goddess of harvest. Because Isabella's family are farmers. So they follow Demeter. It's only fitting that they follow the goddess Demeter, because she's the goddess of the harvest, since they're a farmer and all. I'm trying to find, because I got a whole, I made this book out of paper of where's everybody, okay, here she is right here. Zevalia is her name, Zevalia. And look right here, Swing. It says role model. She's a role model. She's a role model. So Isabella looks up to her. She's a role model, which I think is good. And when they call her Horton, they call Isabella a Horton. They make fun of her, call her Horton. A Horton is another name for red hair. Back in medieval times, they call them Hortons. And that kind of upset Isabella. Isabella could go to Zevalia, Miss Levalia. She ain't a missus. She ain't a miss. She ain't married. I ain't create her to be married to. You fuck that, You fuck up, you screw up stuff when you make people married. When I ain't create her to be no married shit. So, she's Miss Zevalia, who's a friend to Isabella. Isabella go to her for counsel and the like, which is very important. I think all kids, all young, anybody that's in school, whatever, should have somebody to talk to. And I met a lot of kids when I was in school that had counselors to talk to. I never talked to a counselor, but I had my friends that had counselors they talked to. And that's how I met one of my friends, but that's in another story, and I don't really want to go into that shit. But everybody needs somebody to talk to, even if it's yourself. Even if it's yourself, it helps. Creating characters like this, people go to the store and create characters and stuff like that, and I go about my shit like this. It really helps from being by yourself, getting into your creations. It's like this is just so, like I got a whole toy factory, like a whole world. It's just amazing to do it, and the good thing about it, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fascinating field to be in. Zevalia, the teacher, is very sweet. She's very smart, and as you see, her looks are very odd. She have the white pupils in her eyes, and her hair is like grayish white. Her skin is like brown, and her lips are red. So back in these days, we get all types of people, all types of people. And Zevalia, and they never quite. And the thing about the back in medieval days, like the midgets used to wear these helmets with wings on the sides. They were a race of people. That's where the Sadicians come from. That's how we get so much strength of like we are people
because it's other people that existed a long time ago that's forgotten. Now it's just white, black, Chinese, Indian, Puerto Rican. That's not all the races in the world as far as we're concerned. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. The races in the world are probably outnumbered if you really look at them. They're probably outnumbered like stars in the sky. You know? Yeah, but we're not going to get into that either. There's a lot of things we're not getting into. I mean, Jesus Christ. But these are the things that we're going to talk about on this first show of Rashid Table Talk. So Zavelia is a good friend of Isabella's. And Angelina is a good friend of Isabella. So Isabella has a lot of support on her mission of finding out that she's a secret princess. She has a lot of support. And all of these shows, by the way, you can catch on RVT, all of them. But getting back to this, all right, and then it's Tiffany who's just different. I don't have that many superhero shows on RVT. I don't have that many. I have Mighty Raj. That's come the other part of that coming up. And y'all know Generation of Opinions coming up next. But I have Mighty Raj, and Mighty Raj is a superhero, but not like Tiffany's a superhero. So Tiffany's not really a superhero. She's a private eye. She's a detective. So she's not really a superhero per se. And she's high tech, and she, you know, all her problems deal with robots and shit like that. Meeting a girl like Dee Dee, like I say, I met plenty of girls like Dee Dee. I mean, I met plenty of girls like Dee Dee, which is all in my fucking business and shit. Who's a pain in the ass. And surprisingly, there's a surprising part about that, is that when you come across girls like Dee Dee, who's always in shit, when they find out what it is they're looking for, sometimes they leave you alone and go their own way. It's like they fulfill some satisfaction. You know what I mean? But with Dee Dee, I don't think that's the case with her. Because she really liked Rashid. You know, she probably a single. She's a single woman who has a job. Don't know much about her right now because I didn't develop the story yet. I have an idea of what she's going to be like. I have an idea. But the story isn't really developed yet. So you're going to get, okay, she works at a pizza store. She likes Rashid, or she's going to hang around. She's going to stick around. Especially if she by herself. But I feel like that's what I'm going to say. I feel like she's hiding something. Because the way she is, it's like she's hiding her past or whatever. So that's a lot of mystery right there. Something going on right there that's interesting. Meeting somebody who's interesting, but you're not giving enough detail about yourself. So yeah. And Rashid ain't gonna have the time to find out because he's trying to figure out, his situation. He ain't got time to find out why. I think you hiding something. What about me? You know, I'm in this fucking situation here. I turned into a dragon. I just burnt 2 niggas up with a motherfucker, dude. I ain't got to, what the fuck is this shit? So that puts him in an awkward situation. You know, I just burned 2 motherfuckers up. And we left off with her eavesdropping outside of the cave. That's when we left off at her eavesdropping outside of the cave. That's what kind of girl she is. Which could be, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say that, which could be of some use to Rashid. It could be, you know, she could be of some good use to him. Because she's like that. Because he's going to need it. There's no way that he's not going to need it. There's no fucking way. There's no way, dude. You can forget that shit. Her ass is going to come in handy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Rashid gonna need it. No doubt about it. So in a way, I feel like she's lucky. Rashid is lucky to have her for a friend, to be like that. He's lucky. He's very lucky. He's very fortunate. But at the same time, she don't know what she's getting herself into, because she don't know much, and Rashid don't know much about her situation. Bunch of interesting characters that work there at the pizza store. You got the all familiar guy who's just an all familiar guy, but he's real close with his dad. He do stuff with his dad all the time. Then you have the couple of other people there. That's like familiar. Then you have the boss, who's just a freak. This Italian man is just a freak. So he's all in his kinky ass shit. He gets the job. That's another thing. He gets the job, but he gets the job, but thrust on him without even trying. Really, without even trying, he gets hired. He gets the job. That happened to me like one time. I think it happened to me like one time. But I don't know how many times it happened when I went for a job out in the world looking for a job, and the boss said, "Okay, get to work." And I'm like, "Get to work? I just came in and filled out an application." And the boss turned around and said, "Get to work." Anybody who had a number of jobs went through that, where the boss said, "Okay, you're hired. All right, get to work now." And it's like, damn, I just came in for an interview, and they want me to work. Some guys, some bosses are like that. And I had a few jobs like that. And that's, in Rashid case, that's what he went through. Okay, go back there and get to work. Moose is like, yes, I'm about to say, on Rittenhouse Square, when I used to work in the electronics store, he did that to me. I came in there looking for a job, and I wound up working the whole day. The whole fucking day. So I'm kind of familiar with that. I'm familiar with that. Typical allergy, not allergy. How you say that shit? Typical what? I don't think it's a word. I don't think that's a word. Typical. I'ma just make a word. Typical allergy is something you see around RVT, like Angelina. It's typical that somebody like Isabella will have a girl like that for a sidekick. Not really a sidekick, but for a girl, but for a friend. She's very submissive. She's just a good person. Little cross-eyed shit going on there, and she's just a very, very good friend to have, And then then it's I forgot about wait a minute. I got my notes right here. Hold on. Wait a minute. I forgot about so Isabella always telling her fade, meaning go away. And that's a word like back in the Roman days they say fade, which means go away.
Take this young lady to see the mob turtle. To hear his story. I have some ancient greetings to attend to. What fun, though.
Look at executions being fun.
Watch. Before those fighting gathered the regiment,
Fear the ace was then we have wait a minute. We have Let me look right here. I made this book.
I'll tell it her. Sit down and both of you.
I made this book. Let me see. Some guy this fairy name Takaya. How can I forget that name? Takaya, who's the fairy, who's also who is Isabella's friend, like Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. She's a fairy, Takaya, who follows Isabella all around also. She be with Isabella 24 hours a day. Okay. Angelina don't live with Isabella, but live close by, like next door or across the street's village, across the yard. And she don't live with Isabella, so it's easy for them to get in contact together. Takaya, on the other hand, lives with Isabella in her bedroom. Yeah, kind of like Rashid the Red Sorcerer. I have Rashid has the fairy that live with him. And of course they eat figs, Ficus carica. And is an Asian species of flowering plant in the mulberry family, known as the common fig or just fig. It is the source of the fruit, also called the fig. Native to the Middle East and Western Asia, it has been sought out and cultivated since ancient times and is now widely grown throughout the world. Now this is real. This is off the record. This is real. Both of its fruit and as ornamental plant. And that's where this fig came from, the common fig. The mulberry family. That's what they snack on. That's what Isabella and Angelina, which y'all see on the screen right there, snack on. Very, very interesting. And that's what they snack on. So that's Takaya the fairy. Can't forget about Takaya the fairy. Can't forget about her. So they're like a group, a 3-girl group, and other girls in the village look up to them. See, that's different from Rashid Dragonfly. That's different from Dragonfly. Dragonfly is just this motherfucker here. See, this is a hard knot shit here, cause see, not well. That's what I'm saying. It's a novel. Isabella's a novel. Dragonfly is animation. So that's the real difference between the two. But this Rashid motherfucker is thrown here in a different century because he wants to go out and save his village. And because of that, he wound up saving his village, but in a different way. In a different way, he lost his village. Okay, I'm going to show you the Nicodemus here. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Okay? You lost your village, okay? Because if we didn't destroy your village, your people would have destroyed your village. Because motherfuckers are motherfuckers. You know, a man is man. Man gonna destroy man. That's just part of life. So if the dragon say if we didn't destroy it, okay, then y'all gonna destroy yourself, which is obvious. If you go over to UK, even in America, which they colonialized America, is gone. I mean, they say, okay, we got better with technology and all of these things, and that's why colonial America is going. That's the case. That is the case, but still, you still destroyed it. I mean, you can't have like one section of yesteryear. You could go anywhere in the country, and well, not anywhere, but some parts of the country, like the Amazonians, they're carrying on tradition after tradition. After tradition. Here, the tradition's here. The tradition's here. Where's my water at? It's coming in my throat for some reason. I'm sick and tired of that shit. I told y'all I'm sick of that shit. Going to sleep, waking up, coming in my throat. I'm tired of that fucking shit. Now, the tradition's here and shit are different because they're getting paid off of the traditions here. They're getting paid off of it. That makes a difference. Rather than, okay, we still live this way in some areas or whatever. Nowadays, the tradition here, the old this or old that, they're getting paid off this shit. They're getting paid off it. Which is unheard of. If they found out that was going to happen, what if they found out they're going to get paid off the way we live in now later on in the future? How would you feel about this shit? Just say the way we live in now, later on in the future, somebody going to get paid to show, like the house you're living in right now, somebody going to walk in. Your house, in other words, your house going to be a museum. They're going to change your house into a museum. They're going to say, this is the tables they used to eat on. They might have floating tables and shit like the Jetsons. But now they're going to come in your house and see a table sitting on the floor. Wow, look at it. It's attached to the floor. Now the chair is attached to the floor also. How would you feel? And that's how it is in modern day society right now. That's how it is. It's like you could go to old America in Philly, in other places, in Washington, D.C., and see this. Like, damn, how would you feel, you know? So in other words, Nicodemus told Rashid, look, y'all destroyed yourself. So in a way, to me, that's like destroying your shit. I don't care if you evolved to some Pokemon bullshit. I don't give a fuck about evolving. You destroyed your shit. You could keep some traditions alive. Some people got shit up in their basement or attic, just keep it going. And you see these things around. You see them around. It's not permanent, but you see them around. You see them, you know. So if you ain't do this, if you didn't, and we didn't, the dragon said we didn't do it, we did, y'all destroy yourself anyway. So while Rashid coming in the future of his village, the way because he's still around the same area. He's still around the same area. And that way he's doing something that he wanted to do. Protect his people from the dragon problem. So he's still protecting people, but that's what I'm saying. The dragon is him, so that's not really a problem now. In other words, maybe it's a thing where Nicodemus is trying to tell him, hey, understand how we feel as dragons, because now you're one, and you doing what you gotta do. So these people don't kill each other off, was killing them two niggas up in that fucking shit. Or burning them the fuck up. You had to do what you had to do. And that was the hard part to look at. It wasn't a hard part to look at, animation and all, but it still was a shocker, like, damn, you know. So it's just he had to do what he had to do, and that's how, you know, that's how it goes. In this new style of living. In this new style of living. It don't surprise me that things turned out that way, though. You know, because I don't write, when I write these scripts, I don't write them ahead of time and then go into the studio and do the voiceover and then add the animation. That's not how I go about it. But what I do is, we're going about it freehand. I don't know what's coming up next. That's what makes it exciting. I don't know I'm going with what happened last, and then when I write the next script, I go on what happened last. You know what I mean? I don't write my scripts like that, like do it ahead of time, then rehearse it. I don't never rehearse, and I don't do none of these things. And I just do it. I just do it. Dude. I just do it. I just do it. To me, that's wasting time writing the script first. You know, I would do that if I'm writing a novel or I'm making a movie. Then I'll write the script first. But other than that, yeah, we just do it, right? So what will happen next? What will happen next is the key right there. What will happen next? And I go with that. And I just write them. And it becomes fascinating to me when I do it that way. Like, wow, look at this shit. Da-da-da-da. You know, it's like, if I write it ahead of time, then it's not really fascinating because I wrote ahead of time. I know what's going to happen. I know what happened. But if I write it freehand, like I don't know what's coming up next, like now, my next script ain't written, but half of a lot of the Rashid Dragonfly is done and complete. But I don't know what's coming up next because I didn't write the script. I have no idea. I'm going to base it off from where I left off at, and that makes it exciting when I do it that way. It's just a Rashid style of writing. And then when I look back at it, I said, we got to make a show about this because this is fascinating shit. Because them niggas got fucked up. They got burnt up because they wanted to go out and rob somebody. Them motherfuckers want to go out and rob somebody and caught that shit. They caught that shit. And y'all know, the people who saw Dragonfly know they caught that shit. Because that was stupid. His eyes start turning red right in front of him. What's wrong with his eyes and shit? They holding a gun in their hand. What's wrong with his eyes? No, ain't no what's wrong with his eyes, motherfucker. You see what's going on. You trying to take him, motherfucker. You got caught. And that's what happened to them. And everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. And ain't know why his eyes turning red, dude. You got caught in the game. Ain't know why his eyes turning red. That's played the fuck out. That's Mad Magazine. That's Crack Magazine type shit. Ain't know why his eyes turning red, dude. Too late now, nigga. You great catch it. Turn into a dragon right in front of them. They gonna try to run down the dead alley with a dead end and shit. There you go. And that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I see the detectives and police trying to figure that one out when they see they fucking ass. Because they caught it. You figure you go out there and rob somebody, and that's what happened to them. That's what happened to them. But it's just, you know, it gets to me. It just gets to me. His situation, Rashid's situation, of how he set off to save his village and wind up not only half dragon, but saving a common man. So he still that's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I was about to say. He actually pursued what he wanted to do. He pursued what he wanted to do, but it's in a different way. It's in a different way. And he got to be fucked up in the head. He got to be fucked up in the head. But y'all can see he's holding it. If Dee Dee leave him alone. Dee Dee on his ass. That girl on his ass. He like, I need some time to think. And she's always on his ass. She's always on his ass. And there's some girls like that. Especially in the workforce. There's some girls like that in the workforce. They watching you. Strike is strange. They might tailgate your ass. And if they tailgate you, they're going to find out shit about you. Whether if it's a good thing or bad thing, they're going to find out shit. In a case like this, Rashid had to commence. He had to say, okay, look, we got Chinese food in front of us. this is the deal. I'm not from this era. Whether she believe it or not. But like he said, like Rashi said when they was looking at that picture, if you stick with me, you're going to find out I'm telling the truth. If you stick with me. And what did she wind up saying? You know, you do sound like, maybe she said that beforehand, but she said you do sound like you from a, so she's starting to see shit. That's what I'm saying. She's going to see shit. She's going to see shit. No doubt about it. She's going to see shit. The pain in the ass shit, man. Stupid ass shit. It's just, it ain't really stupid stuff. It just really gets under my, it's a crawl. It's my crawl space that really irks me. It really, I'm just in this crawl of taking out shit in these Rashi stories. In these dark Rashi stories. I'm just taking out, like, I can see, I can feel, you know, of certain animosity, certain situations that come about of what's going to happen next and what would I do in that situation. You understand what I'm saying? They say all art is crazy. I was watching a movie. We was watching a movie from 1945, was it? It was 1950 something. And the woman in there, it was about an artist or something who got involved with some woman. And this woman worked for the mafia, but he really liked her, so he could fight. And the mafia guy said, okay, I'm going to use you. Now you with the bitch. You like her? I'm fucking her. But now you like her. Okay. And this is a movie from 1950. So he said, okay, you like her. All right, I'm going to put my dick up in her already. So you want to come save her from me? Now you work for me. And made his ass a boxer. You know? Made his ass a boxer. Now both of them locked up in his shit. You know? In that movie, the woman looked at him before because he was nice. Then he got real mean because the mafia guy fucked up his head. Then he started getting mean and shit. He started getting mean. He's a boxer. So he changed. And the girl was like, you changed. He said, yeah, but you made me. You know, I didn't know you was fucking this guy. You messing with me. You messing, you know. But the point of the matter is he was an artist. He was a damn good artist. And the woman in the movie said, you know how all artists crazy. And back when, 1945, 1955, they look at things different than they look at things today. You understand? They look at things different. And that's something that they really looked at back when. They said all artists are crazy. You can't understand when they talk about stuff like that. But I'm a Sadisi and I'm not an artist. See how it works? But the point, I branched too far off the tree. But the point I'm trying to make is this. This is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, I fucked that whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, but the last part is fucked up there. But that's okay. I'm still a good conversationalist if I just gotta be in the right frame of mind. She said all artists are crazy. Because he was talking about some shit that, you know, if you're not an artist, you wouldn't understand. Just like Orson Welles said, all artists are lonely. There's no such thing as a non-lonely artist. There's no such thing as that. And that came from Orson Welles. Or was it Nostradamus? I think it was Orson Welles. There's no such thing as an artist not being lonely. That's bullshit. That's what Orson Welles said straight off the bat. if you're an artist and you just welcome, you just part of the crowd, then you gotta really consider what the fuck going on with you, dude. Because you're the only artist like that. And I ain't gonna lie about that. But in a nutshell, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Rashid's Table Talk, where we discuss Rashid material, movies, stories, and the like. Even documentaries is coming up. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Let's do this again really soon. Because those guys caught it when they tried to rob Rashid and Dee. And those motherfuckers caught it. And they got their asses burnt to high heaven. And that's the way you watch the news today. And the cameras everywhere, not catching nothing. It was good to see that on a goddamn screen. That's all I got to say. Stick by my Google page, guys, for more Rashid content. And Dragonfly should be up. Hey, look, Dragonfly gonna be up tomorrow or Monday or whenever, or Monday or Sunday. So look for Monday or Sunday, or just look for it because it's coming up in a few days. Okay, and I'll be talking to you guys later. And thanks again. See ya. And don't forget, never let your imagination die out. Never. Always keep your imagination intact. See you guys later.
This has been an RVT Rashid's Video Tube social media television production.
You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT.
Here we are at the end of the tour, mate. Hope you had a thrilling adventure. Now as we catch our breath a bit, let's take a look over yonder and marvel at the splendor of nature. Yes, so peaceful and quiet, and we see nothing but beauty and a crying alligator. Well, what's wrong? Straight away from the pack, I presume, eh? No, I need something. I need something. Like what? Something. Hot, spicy, tarty, delicious, something. Wait, slow it up a bit, mate. Come again? Share if you will. Okay. Look, I have this hot dog with mustard that was given to me by some kind people, and this time they didn't put something. That's something. Well, what? Something hot, spicy, something. Oh, you mean sauerkraut? Yeah, that's it. Delicious tart. Indeed, mate. Mixed with cheese on a juicy wiener, it makes the mark. Yes, keep going. A satisfying side dish for any dish, I presume. One bite and can't stand it. Slap it on. Now wait a minute, son. You just don't slap on sauerkraut like Wicker. Now you have to respect the hot dog, son. You have to respect the wiener in all its deliciousness. With only 2 grams of fat, 241 milligrams of potassium, 4.1 gram of dietary fiber, 34% of vitamin C, vitamin B6, 10 with mustard is absolute, mate. Wait, I have a little more bag here.
Overseas, thank you. Overseas, thank you. Overseas, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, mate. And you guys know what to do to get your hands on this delicious, amazing sour treat. Grocers will add it to your wiener when you're out. Or go online at www.sauerkraut.com. That's www.sauerkraut.com. See you on the next store, mate.
You're watching RVT, Rashi's Teletube, serving nations worldwide.
Up next on RVT, Rashi's Video Tube, it's the Rashid and Jan Show. Following that is Rashid Cyber Tube. Having a keen eye for Rashid entertainment isn't hard to do, especially when you're here on RVT, where's Rashid all the time.